Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. So this is the third and final race from the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca in California of our BTCC Replica Championship in association with digitalmotorsports.com. So let's get to the grid and take you through that. So Wayne gets pole position. We've got Chuck in second, Chand in third, Love Rocket in fourth, Flash in fifth, James in sixth, Hodgie seventh, Sideways in eighth, Team Silver in ninth, Stacking Yak in 10th, Cav in 11th, and Firepower in 12th. So there's your grid. This is race 3, as I say. Lights are on, lights going in the sky. And away we go, talking of lights. Away we go, here we go. And yeah, good start. Oh, it wasn't a good start. One of the Jags at the back. I think that might have been Firepower. It must have been, because Wayne's out there in front. Didn't have a good start. Don't know what happened there. So Wayne, James has already got a penalty. How did he get a penalty there from leaving the grid? Well, I don't know, but anyway, he's got one. So James up to second, but with a penalty, so he's going to lose second spot. As soon as he has to take that off, Flash up in third place. Hits that curb hard, and that's what I was talking about, curbs, and he's going to lose it completely. It's Chand, knocks Chand off. Gets back on, lose spot after spot, does Chand. So unfortunate, but once you're out there, and you're on for the ride. So James in second, still with that penalty. He's attacking Wayne, no. But he's going to attack him, and then he's going to have to give it back anyway with that penalty. I think it's a safety car. There is a safety car. Yeah. So there was a bit of a disaster at the back there, wasn't there? A couple of cars, Chand and Flash involved, wasn't there? So let's get back to safety car conditions. Wayne obviously leading them off, will be in control of the field. I'm not sure how this will work because James will need to get that penalty, or will be given that penalty right now, but of course you can't overtake under safety car conditions, so we'll just roll that off. Chuck will just sit behind him, so yeah, like a freight train now, and away we go. Wayne's floored it, and start lap 2, and we start a rerun pretty much of the race. It's almost like a rerun, isn't it? So James then this time managed to get through this time without the penalty. Now has a look up the inside of Wayne, can't get that done. James looks hungry though here in race 3, remember, back on softs again here, everybody. So James then really putting the pressure on Wayne. Chuck in third. So we come up past Cricket Corner, that's what I'm going to call it. Love Rocket in fourth. Who's that? Was that Hodgie, I think, at the moment? So Love Rocket in fourth, Team Silver in fifth. And then a little battle here with Chand and Flash. Chand back there in sixth. Got involved in that and he loses it now. What's happened to the... He's going to sit there and the other one goes and another big... disaster at the corkscrew. Cars going off left, right and centre. Chand went off all on his own. So his car's not quite. Perhaps he's still got damage from earlier. After races 1 and 2 where the car looks so settled. He can't seem to get it right here, can Chand. Cav's struggling as well. I think he might have a bit of damage, has he? No, he hasn't, but struggling back there ahead of them. The two Illuminous boys are at it. Hodgie just leading Sideways at the moment, but Sideways is going to be on the inside. Hodgie, I think he's going to be looking for the switchback, because he slowed right down. Now we're cut on the inside. Well, he did look for it. Sideways was wise to that though. He said, no way, buddy. I think I'll stick there, thanks very much. They've got Firepower ahead of them in 7th. Just seems to keep out of trouble, doesn't he, Firepower, which is what you got to do sometimes. 7th for him. James back to 6th, so James was up there, wasn't he? And again, well, James Lost it there, easy done there, to be fair. Back up top though, we've got Wayne, who's still in front, but Chuck's got through now. Well, actually, James was up there, wasn't he? But we've seen he's dropped all the way back down. Must have had a couple of moments. That was a big one, obviously, we just see it. But Wayne then, Chuck second, Love Rocket now at the third. We're flashing fourth, so the two GTRs in the top four now, so looking good for them, or at least one of them on the podium. Is it going to be Mr. Love Rocket Rodders, or is it going to be Mr. Flash Mexi? Well, that's the question. 5 minutes in, so third of the way through the race. One of them's going to get it, of course. Well, assuming they don't take each other out and drop all the way back, which is a possibility, you know, the way things are going here tonight. Chuck No still attacking Wayne up top. He's right up behind him now. Going to get him up here at the corkscrew. Not on the outside, he's not. Yeah, Wayne covers it. It's all about getting your braking right there. And your line. It just drops, you can't see it, you can't see the apex or anything when you're at the top of that hill. Literally like you're dropping off the edge of the earth. It's very difficult to know where your apexes are and where the gravel is or isn't. So Chuck in second, Flash then's got through on Love Rocket. So Flash the third, Love Rocket fourth, Tilton Silver not far behind now in fifth. And then quite a big gap back to this lot, Firepower in sixth place. I say this lot, there's been another big pile up here, isn't there? Seventh for James, Odgie in eighth, Cav in ninth, and there's been a moment, I think Chan must have tagged sideways because he's waiting for him. So yeah, he did. So Chan back to 11th, so well, he'll write this race off, won't he, Chan? I think he'll just give up in the end. Well, he won't give up, but you know what I mean. Stacking, also having a few issues still, but still sticking it out, that's what we like to see. Don't want to give up. Talking of not giving up, look at Chuck now, still on the prowl. Identical from last lap as well, had another little look, didn't he, at the corkscrew, but very, very difficult to make a pass through there. And if you do, just keep it clean as well at the same time. Better off waiting and maybe getting it down here at turn one, which is what he could be doing, although that was a passing spot there, but turn one's your obvious choice. So let's have a look. Flash in third, Love Rocket just coming off the back of them in fourth. So now Chuck, here we go. Opportunity for him. Wayne covering the inside, but Chuck, as you see from race one, if you can go round the outside, you can actually be on the inside for turn, well, 3 I suppose it is, isn't it really? It's a double apex left-hander there, so this is turn 3. But no, sticks behind Wayne, halfway through the race now. And, oh, a little tag from Chuck. Just giving a little push to Wayne, saying, come on mate, I've got Flash right up my backside. If you don't get a move on, we're both going to get done by Flash. There he is. Looking strong in that GTR. And actually looks a little bit more controlled, the car, doesn't it? Compared with the other two ahead of him. So, yeah, he's just biding his time here. Looks really strong. So he could get Chuck here. No. I think he did think about it then, but thought against it in the end. But, oh, Flash. Oh, and after the big up there from me, give it too much welly on the final turn, and now he's got to try and get the car straightened up, but all you can see is a concrete wall. Back to fifth, he's going to lose another spot if he's not careful. Oh, that's unfortunate from Flash. That does mean that his teammate Love Rocket, though, he goes up to third then, because these two still battling it out here at the top. But Love Rocket, he will thank his teammate after the race, I'm sure, although it wasn't intentional, was it? But nevertheless, Team Silver up to fourth. That's a good showing from him. Certainly kept himself out of trouble, and well, he can see third place ahead of him, can't he? So he's got a little bit of incentive there to try and get himself on the podium. Still got the time. More than enough time. It's whether he's got enough in that car to catch Love Rocket Rods. Flash with that fastest lap, but that's no surprise. He was really on it, wasn't he? Last lap was a 1:22.6 even. It's a quick time from Flash. So fourth for Team Silver, there is Flash. So actually fifth for him, but again, he was looking to take the lead, wasn't he? Certainly looking to get second, and then it all went wrong for him. James in sixth place. Looks like the cars aren't too damaged though, as in Flashes. Firepower, seventh place. Chad in eighth. Odgie and Cav behind them having a little battle of their own in ninth and 10th place. Odgie's in ninth. Now Cav, can he have a look and attack Odgie here at turn one? Everyone seems to go on the outside line, either for the switchback or to go round the outside. No, I think he's trying to switch back, but Odgie's covered it. Sideways in 11th. Did have a DNF, didn't he, last time out? So struggling again a little bit here. So maybe not all well with the car. So 11th for him, although he is catching Cav, isn't he? And we've got Stacky Yak in 12th place. Wayno in the lead. Three minutes left. Chuck in second. Oh, kicks up the dirt, does Wayne. Second place for Chuck then. Love Rocket in third. Slowly being caught by Team Silver in fourth, isn't he? But is there enough time? I'm not entirely sure. But fourth for Team Silver, trying to chase down Love Rocket Rodders. Flash in fifth place. As we approach the last couple of minutes now of this third and final race here at Laguna Seca. Been a terrific round, entertaining from the get off. And well, if this is what it's going to be like, then we're in for a real treat this championship, aren't we? James in sixth. Obviously, we want it to be a little bit cleaner than what we've seen, but I think it's just the nature of the track really as well. Tight and twisty. Very, very difficult in some sections. Firepower 7th. Chad in 8th, but not far behind Firepower. And we're into the last minute and a half now. And then Sideways in 9th. So did get past Cav, didn't he, in the end? Up to 9th, there is Cav. Flash actually, he's putting another fastest lap actually, a 1:22.6 dead. So, certainly getting the fastest laps racked up here, isn't he? Odgie in 11th, oh, and as I come to him, loses it. got no one behind him though, so he'll stay in 11th, but just lost it there. Stacking Yak in 12th. And then back at the lead as we watch them coming in. This is really going to be the final lap. In fact, they've just started it. This is the final lap though for these boys anyway. And we're going to stick with this to the end, I think, because it's close. Chuck has been in his position next to Wayne for quite a few laps now. Hasn't managed to get past, but this could be, well, he's got no more opportunities really, as it is the final lap, and he's going to have to go for it. If he's going to try and go for it somewhere, he's going to have to give it a go. Up here perhaps. Well, he did have a look, but no, through there. And I think the only other opportunity really is the final corner for Chuck, but Wayne will know that and he'll cover it. Kind of has, yeah, just puts the car a little bit into the centre there. So Wayne then gets race win, number 2 in race 3, very closely followed by Chuck though in second. Good race for them boys. Flash will come in third, although Love Rocket, his teammate, is close behind in 4th, but I think Flash is going to get it, and he's going to get the fastest lap, I believe he will. So Flash in third, Love Rocket in 4th, Team Silver 5th, and then James Stevens 6th, Firepower 7th, Chand in 8th, Sideways in 9th, Cav in 10th, and Stacking Yak in 11th. There's your race 3. Hope you enjoyed it. Join me again soon for round 3, and thanks for watching. I'll see you then.